Most people think they're making a smart, healthy choice, until this one fruit quietly spikes their blood sugar at the worst possible time. And the scary part is, it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Today, we're breaking down exactly which healthy fruit can sabotage your energy, why timing matters more than the fruit itself, and how a few simple shifts could stabilize your blood sugar, crush cravings, and even help reduce stubborn belly fat. Here's the twist. It's not just what you eat. It's when and how you eat it that changes everything. Imagine this. You wake up, you grab a banana or a handful of grapes thinking you're fueling your body right, but within an hour, your energy crashes, you feel hungrier than before, and you start craving sugar again. That's not a lack of willpower, that's your blood sugar on a roller coaster. Fruits like bananas, grapes, pineapple, and even ripe mangoes are packed with natural sugars like fructose and glucose, which aren't inherently bad, but when eaten on an empty stomach, especially in the morning or late at night, they can spike insulin rapidly, especially if your body is already dealing with insulin resistance. Here's where it gets interesting. Your body is more insulin sensitive earlier in the day only if you pair carbohydrates correctly, but if you eat high-sugar fruits alone, you're essentially fast-tracking that spike and crash cycle. Now, before you swear off fruit entirely, and that's not the solution, the real secret is strategic timing, pairing, and context. So let's break down exactly how to fix this, starting with the first and most powerful strategy: never eat fruit in isolation. When fruit is eaten alone, especially on an empty stomach, the sugars are absorbed quickly into the bloodstream, causing a sharp spike in glucose followed by a rapid drop, which is what triggers hunger, fatigue, and cravings. But when you pair fruit with protein or healthy fats, like adding nuts to a banana, yogurt to berries, or peanut butter to apple slices, you slow down gastric emptying, meaning the sugar enters your bloodstream gradually instead of all at once, which keeps your energy stable for longer and prevents that mid-morning or mid-afternoon crash. And this isn't just theory. You'll actually feel the difference in how long you stay full and how steady your energy feels. The second strategy is to shift fruit from a snack to a dessert after meals. Because when you eat fruit after a meal that already contains protein, fats, and fiber, your body is digesting multiple nutrients at once, which naturally slows down the absorption of sugar from the fruit, dramatically reducing the glucose spike. Think of it this way. Eating fruit after a meal is like putting a speed limiter on sugar absorption, while eating it alone is like flooring the gas pedal. This one shift alone can reduce cravings later in the day and help regulate appetite without cutting out fruit entirely. The third strategy is to be intentional about the timing of your fruit intake, because eating fruit first thing in the morning or late at night tends to be the worst times for blood sugar control. Morning, because your cortisol levels are naturally higher and your body is more sensitive to quick spikes when you haven't eaten anything yet, and night, because your insulin sensitivity is lower, meaning your body has a harder time handling sugar efficiently. Instead, the best window to eat fruit is during the middle of the day, ideally after lunch or as part of a balanced meal, when your metabolism is more active and your body can utilize the sugar more effectively. The fourth strategy, and one that most people completely overlook, is managing the ripeness of your fruit, because the riper a fruit gets, the more its starches convert into simple sugars, increasing its glycemic impact. That overly spotted banana or ultra-soft mango may taste sweeter, but it's also more likely to spike your blood sugar quickly, whereas a slightly underripe fruit contains more resistant starch and fiber, which slows down digestion and leads to a more gradual rise in glucose. So simply choosing fruit that's less ripe can make a surprisingly big difference over time. The fifth strategy is to prioritize lower glycemic fruits, especially if you notice that you're sensitive to sugar spikes. Fruits like berries, green apples, kiwi, and pears tend to have more fiber and less sugar per serving compared to fruits like grapes, bananas, and tropical fruits, meaning they have a gentler effect on blood sugar levels. This doesn't mean you have to avoid high-sugar fruits entirely, but it does mean you should be more mindful about when and how you eat them. The sixth strategy is portion awareness, because even healthy foods can become problematic in excess. It's very easy to overeat fruit, especially when it's blended into smoothies or eaten mindlessly as a snack, and large amounts of fruit sugar, even natural sugar, can still overwhelm your body's ability to regulate blood glucose efficiently. Keeping portions moderate and combining fruit with other macronutrients helps prevent this. The seventh and final strategy is to pay attention to how your body responds, because no two people have the exact same metabolic response. If you consistently feel tired, hungry, or crave sugar shortly after eating fruit, that's feedback, not failure. and it's a signal that your current timing or pairing might need adjustment. By making small tweaks and observing how you feel, you can personalize your approach and find what truly works for your body. Because the goal here isn't to fear fruit or cut it out, it's to use it intelligently so it works for you instead of against you. So the next time you reach for that healthy fruit, remember it's not the fruit that's the problem, it's the context in which you eat it that determines whether it fuels your body or throws it off balance. If this changed the way you think about healthy eating, hit subscribe for more simple strategies that actually work with your body, and in the next video we're breaking down another healthy habit that might be quietly slowing your metabolism without you even realizing it.